Good morning, my lovely students. I miss you very much. This is Miss Muntaha speaking. So today we're going to continue our lesson, How Does Matter Change? Part 2, The Law of Conservation of Mass. Let's start. So, what is the law of conservation of mass? The law of conservation of mass states that during a physical or a chemical change, matter can change its appearance or its identity. However, the total mass before a chemical or a physical change and the total mass after a physical and a chemical change remains the same. How does that happen? Let's find out. So, the law of conservation of mass during a physical change. Example 1. Let's say mom is preparing a salad which is made up of 60 grams of cucumber, 80 grams of tomatoes, and 120 grams of lettuce. Mixing things to make a salad is an example on a physical change. So the rule says the mass before mixing should equal the mass after mixing. So 60 grams of cucumber plus 80 grams of tomatoes plus 120 grams of lettuce should equal the mass after mixing, should equal the total mass of the salad. So 260 grams equal 260 grams. So here we have proven the law of conservation of mass. Let's take another example. Example 2. An apple has a mass of 3 grams. It is cut into 5 pieces of equal sizes and each of mass 0.6 grams. Slicing is an example on a physical change, and the rule says the mass before slicing should equal the mass after slicing. So 3 grams should equal 5 times 0.6 grams. 5 because I have 5 pieces times 0.6 grams because each piece has a mass of 0.6 grams. So 3 grams equal 3 grams, and here again I have proven the law of conservation of mass. Now, let's have an example on the law of conservation of mass during a chemical change. So let's say I have a wooden block that has a mass of 4 grams. It burns and releases carbon dioxide and water vapor of mass 3.4 grams and ashes of mass 0.6 grams. As we know, burning is an example on a chemical change, and the rule says the mass before burning should equal the mass after burning. So 4 grams should equal 3.4 grams, which is the mass of carbon dioxide and water vapor, plus 0.6 grams, which is the mass of ashes. So 4 grams equal 4 grams, and here again we have proven the law of conservation of mass. Let's do another exercise. Example on physical change. Let's say I have sugar and water. When I mix them together, I have sugar, water. I have 125 grams of sugar. I don't know the mass of water, but I have the total mass before dissolving the sugar in water, which is 198 grams. So the mass before should equal the mass after. 125 plus the mass of water should equal 198. So all we have to do is subtract. So the mass of water will be 198 minus 125 equals 73 grams. So 125 plus 73 is the mass before dissolving, and it equals 198, which is the mass after dissolving. Let's have an example on a chemical change. I have iron, which has a mass of 519 grams. I have oxygen, which has a mass of 23 grams. So the mass before, when we add these two things, it should give us the mass of the rust, which is the mass after. So the sum of 519 and 23 should give us the mass of the rust. So the mass of the iron plus the mass of the oxygen equal the mass of the rust. So the mass of the rust equal 519 plus 23 equal 542 grams. And here also we have proven the law of conservation of mass. If you have any question, I would be very glad to answer your questions. I love you. Stay safe. See you soon.